Are you learning a new Overwatch hero, or still asking yourself how to really get better at a character you just picked up? In this Overwatch guide, I will tell you how to improve at any hero fast with a proven method to efficiently learn a new character and carry your games in comp. Alex here on Overwatch Limbo, bringing you a true community experience to learn, improve and grow together as better players. So if you're new here and want more Overwatch guides, news and other event updates with no messing around, consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon to make sure to be notified of all my future content. Now you might wonder why you should need a guide to learn a new hero and what will you get from listening and following my recommendations instead of just starting a game right now. And there's two reasons why you should stick around and listen to my tips. One, you will learn your hero way faster and way more efficiently if you follow the indications I will give you. And two, you'll reduce your chances to pick up bad habits, make huge mistakes and possibly lose some SR. So if you're ready to save time, energy and SR, let's get into the guide and keep in mind that you can quickly jump to any part of this video following the timestamps linked in the description below. Alright, the first thing I want to talk about quickly is how to pick a new hero. How to choose what character should complete your pool of heroes and invest time in. Because depending on the heroes you're already playing, there's pros and cons to choose any given heroes. But the main idea now that role queue will be applied is that you need to specialize in one role and be able to play well at least 2 or 3 heroes in that role. Ranking up is about improving, and you can't get better at Overwatch if you don't practice over and over the same hero. Aside from mechanical geniuses, most people in Master and GM are players who spend hundreds of hours playing the same mains. So if your goal is to rank up, you need to invest all the time you have on 1, 2, maximum 3 heroes, even if you've been doing it for a few years already. To rank up, you still need to improve and increase your mastery over your mains, because flexing within your role will be extremely important. Like I explained in my role queue secrets video where I give you 5 very important tips to rank up like never before, your ability to always play a fairly efficient hero depending on the situation is key to your success. So when choosing a new hero to learn, you need to ask yourself who could you pick that will help you better answer what the team needs. Example, if you're a Genji and Tracer main, you might want to invest time in a hit scan like Soldier, who can counter Pharah and has aiming mechanics similar to Tracer. If you're already playing Ryan and Zarya, a main and off tank, you might want to learn a dive tank too, etc. Choose wisely, so you'll never get a game where all the heroes in your arsenal are not that helpful. And if you need some recommendations on who to pick, don't hesitate to leave me a message in the comment section below. I'll do my best to find the most suitable hero for you. The other thing I want to spend time on before getting to the actual training plan is your mindset and focus. If you're watching this video, you already know that you can't just play the game mindlessly if you're aiming at ranking up. You need to study and learn the game. You need to optimize your plays and focus on the right things. And when learning a new hero, that focus needs to be on improving, not on performing. Initially, it will probably be frustrating and discouraging to play a new hero, because you won't get the results you would have got by playing your main. But that shouldn't stop you. Don't look at your poor performance and your mistakes as red flags, but take them as incentives and cues on what to improve. We'll talk about the importance of self-criticism in replays later in this video. But for now, just remember to keep your mind focused on your goal, which is to master that new hero as fast as possible and not right now to just enjoy and click heads. That will come later, trust me. But first, during your training sessions, make sure that you are totally focused on learning and improving, on analyzing your mistakes and correcting them, on consciously making the right decision and taking the right course of actions. And if it's difficult to keep your focus on that training mindset, then stick a post-it on the corner of your screen to remind yourself about it. Alright, now let's get to the actual training plan. Depending on how long you've been playing Overwatch and if you've played your new hero before, you might want to jump into the practice range first to familiarize yourself with weapon, movements and abilities. Then you can join a few matches against AI to have a taste of actual combat and try to identify what's the role and best position of your new hero. An experienced player will just skip those 2 initial steps and get straight to the first mandatory phase, which is watching guides and tips video. It will save you a lot of time to go through most of the hero beginners guides and advanced gameplay guides at the start of your training. After that, you'll be able to start real practice and join deathmatch, team deathmatch or custom games. Deathmatch is ideal for damage heroes. Team Deathmatch can be used to train any type of hero, and custom games are usually designed to improve on a certain hero specifically, like DM Widow only. This phase is crucial for you because you'll be able to drastically reduce the amount of idle time and increase the number of opportunities to shoot and use your abilities. It also provides a more stressful environment that trains your ability to win your duels and help you figure out your matchups faster, who you can easily kill, who you will struggle with, and who you should avoid fighting. A few hours will be enough to be ready for the next phase, but I personally keep playing daily deathmatch games as warm-up or training before entering actual matches. And when learning a new hero, you shouldn't jump into comp right away. That is the best way to lose SR. So always start with quick play. It will take a few days or a few weeks depending on your level and dedication to be ready. And we'll talk about how to know when you're ready to go comp later in the video. But for now, keep in mind that while training in deathmatch games and playing quick play, you also need to allocate some time to review your gameplay and watch some pro footage. That is actually the most important part of your training, as it will allow you to dig deeper into your hero tactics, to fix your mistakes faster, and ultimately to really improve. In fact, as I said before, to get better fast, you need to think all the time how to get better, how to improve in Overwatch, and how to optimize the learning process. And that's also true when you're watching YouTube videos about your new hero. What I usually do is taking notes of all the tips and tactics that are relevant to my hero, write them down neatly on post-its and stick them near my computer. So every time I play a game or review my matches, I can remind myself those key points and try to implement them into my own gameplay. It's essential that you follow certain good practices while playing in order to train efficiently. Starting from asking yourself where should you be and continuously adjusting your position, even if it means staying out of a fight for a few seconds. Because good positioning is a habit that is difficult to learn and easy to forget. So continuously thinking about your position when beginning your training will help you making it a reflex. Then, every time you use an ability, you should be able to answer this question. Was it a good use of your ability or not? Did you bring value to you and your teammates, or did you waste it? And if you did, why and what you should have done instead? Finally, every time you die, in the few seconds before you respawn, make sure to repeat to yourself the reason you died and what you could have done to avoid it. It might be tough at first to admit it and to figure out the real reason behind your death, but that's a skill you will acquire by watching a lot of your replays and by being self-critic. The most important thing while watching your replays is to be honest with yourself. Even pros make mistakes. They are just making less mistakes than you and me. And that's because they've played the game for thousands of hours and they play it every day with one single thing in mind: fixing their mistakes. In other words, how to improve. Because if they don't improve, they will be left behind. And if you don't, you will lose SR and rank because everyone else is slowly improving and you are not. But to rank up, you need to improve faster than other players. And to do that, you can't allow yourself to think that you are not responsible for your defeats, that your team was bad, their picks were wrong, or their play is full of flaws. Because even if it's true, thinking that way won't help you win or get SR, neither this time or the next. But if you tell yourself there's always something you could have done better to help your team win this game, or even to carry your team to victory, then you'll be able to focus on what matters, yourself. And watching your replays will become really meaningful. You'll look for everything that you do wrong and that you can fix. And trust me, even in GM rank, they are doing a lot of mistakes every minute of every game. They might just be less impactful and less noticeable than those of a gold player, but there are still things they could have done better and they could improve. So your goal when watching your replays is to never be satisfied with your plays and find how you could have optimized them. Look at your deaths, look at your position, look at your ability usage, point out your blunders, the decisive moves that could have changed a teamfight's result, take notes, and find alternative actions that would have led you to a better ending. Aim at fixing yourself, strive to improve, and you'll see how valuable every game you watch will be. And same goes for pro gameplay footage. You'll find them on YouTube or by directly watching the Overwatch League. And they will be important to your growth if you're able to look past the skill shots and epic plays that pros and top 500 pull out. Pros are playing in a whole different world. Teams are highly organized and communication is perfect, so they know exactly when they can and need to take risks and go for the crazy play. Make sure to not pick up some of their reckless moves, but to pay attention to all the little things that a pro playing your main is doing. It's about the hundreds of tricks that players turn into habits and that make their play so impactful and efficient. Look at the best flanking routes, the best sniping spots, or best position to put the Orisa wall, for example. Notice who they target first, where and when they use their ult and all the powerful abilities. Pay attention to their position, their disengagement and escape routes, etc. Pro Gameplay is an advanced guide to increase your mastery over your main and make you aware of map-specific details. An insightful show that needs time to be digested but can surely bring your game to the next level if you invest enough of yourself in it in order to unconsciously notice and pick up pro plays. After a few days or a few weeks, you might start feeling really comfortable with your new hero. You're getting great results in quick play and deathmatch with maybe PUBGs, medals and stats to back them up. So you might think you're ready to finally go comp. But how to know for sure? When can you jump into a competitive game with the confidence that you will be able to carry your weight, or even better, to carry your team? Well, one thing is for sure. Achievements in quick play, like medals and stats, are way more valuable now with role queue. But that's not enough. To succeed in comp, you need consistency in your performance. You need to know exactly how good is your new hero in every map, and with and against any other character. You need to be able to pick it with the certitude that you will perform no matter what. And since it's very easy to casually get that great game where all stars are aligned and you're literally destroying the enemy team with huge plays, I recommend caution. Do not be mesmerized by a few good games, keep it real. Measure your mastery of a hero over a few dozen games and a few days. And if you're able to keep your performance at a high level through 90% of your games, big defeats included, then you're ready. Now, whenever you judge to be ready and start your first competitive match, don't be nervous. Especially if you're playing a DPS, the weight of the responsibility you have and sometimes the pressure of other players can be overwhelming. But remember, you are prepared for this. You've played many games and proved your value over and over again, so you know you can carry your team. All you need to do is play like you usually do. No need to look for the big play or try to do everything yourself. Start slow, charge your ult without dying, don't be reckless, and know that your moment to shine will eventually come. And keep in mind that comp is just another step in your journey to improve. Winning games and gaining SR shouldn't be your main objective. Getting better at the game should. So what role did you choose to focus on? Vote in the poll up here and tell me what hero you're learning at the moment and what's your pool of heroes in the comment section below. Also, if you haven't done it already, don't forget to check out my Role Queue Secrets video right here and the last patch notes overview over here to be fully ready for all the big changes to come. And if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and share it with your friend. It really helps the channel out and keeps me going. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, remember last is lose SR, not your mind.